Welcome back to JF Coin, the home of coin lovers and collectors, where we reveal the hidden treasures that most people walk past every day without even realizing their true worth. Today we are diving deep into the world of Liberty 1 cent USA coins from 1980. These coins are more than just small pieces of copper sitting inside your wallet or coin jar. They carry a history, a story, and in some cases, a shocking market value that can reach hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. Some of these Liberty 1 cent coins can be worth a fortune, and today I am going to share with you everything you need to know about them, from their history, their design, the rare errors, and the current market value that is shaking the collector's world right now. So stay tuned till the very end, because one small penny from 1980 might just make you rich beyond your imagination. Let us start with the history. The Liberty 1 cent coin has its roots in the long tradition of American coinage, where symbols of liberty and freedom were proudly displayed on the nation's currency. The design of these pennies reflected not only the economic strength of the country but also the pride in American values. By 1980, the penny was already one of the most familiar coins in circulation, and yet few people realized that these simple cents could carry hidden varieties and minting errors that would later turn them into valuable collector's items. Now let us talk about the design and composition of the 1980 Liberty 1 cent. This was a transitional time in U.S. coinage. The coins were primarily made of copper, but changes in metal composition were on the horizon due to rising costs. The 1980 pennies still had that classic rich copper look and weight that collectors absolutely love. On the front, or obverse, you have the proud image of President Abraham Lincoln, a reminder of freedom, justice, and the long fight for equality. On the reverse, you see the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was a symbol of strength and unity across the nation. At first glance it might seem like an ordinary penny, but when you dig deeper, some of these coins tell a very different story. Collectors have discovered that certain 1980 pennies come with minting errors, double dies, strikes, and other unique flaws that were never meant to leave the mint. These errors are not mistakes for collectors, they are treasures. A double die penny, where the lettering or the image appears double due to a striking error, can multiply the value of the coin many times over. Imagine holding a coin that most people see as only 1 cent, but in the collector's market, that exact piece could fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And now let us talk about the part that excites everyone the most, the current market value. As of right now, some of the rare Liberty 1 cent USA coins from 1980 are being valued at an astonishing $779,335. Yes, nearly $800,000 for a penny. That is not a mistake, that is the real figure that certain rare examples have been valued at in auctions and private collector markets. This is why coin hunting and careful examination of your change can be so rewarding. A small coin that most people throw in a jar could be life-changing for someone who recognizes its worth. So what makes these coins so valuable today? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and demand. Rarity comes from the unique errors and limited minting circumstances that make certain coins stand apart. Condition is another critical factor. A coin in mint state condition, meaning it has been preserved without scratches or circulation damage, will always command a higher price. Finally, demand plays a huge role. Collectors all around the world are chasing after these coins, driving up the price higher and higher. The more the demand grows, the more the value of these coins skyrockets. Think about it. A coin that was once used to buy candy in the 1980s could today buy you a house, a car, or even set you up for life. That is the magic of coin collecting. Every small cent carries not just metal, but also stories, history, and hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. For anyone watching this video on JF Coin, here is my advice. Always check your pennies carefully. Look at the mint mark, check the year, and if you have a magnifying glass, study the details for any unusual marks or doubling. You never know when one coin in your pocket could be the jackpot that changes your life. As collectors, we also respect the history and the artistry behind every coin. The Liberty 1 cent coins of 1980 are not only valuable in the marketplace but also in the heart of American heritage. They represent a piece of history frozen in copper, a reminder of a time when pennies truly mattered, and when craftsmanship in coin making was at its peak. So the next time you find a penny lying on the ground, do not ignore it. Pick it up, examine it, and remember what you learned here today. Because that 1 cent could be worth a fortune, and you might be holding a piece of history in your hand without even realizing it. This is why coin lovers like us never stop searching. The thrill of discovery, the joy of history, and the possibility of fortune all come together in one small circle of metal. Thank you for watching JF Coin, your trusted channel for uncovering the secrets of coins that are worth much more than their face value. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and fascinating coins in American history, the Liberty 1 cent coin of 1982. You may have seen pennies every single day in your life, lying in pockets, in drawers, or even on the street. But what if I told you that one small copper coin, just one humble cent, from the year 1982 can today carry a value in the market that touches more than $779,000? Yes, you heard me right, $779,336 for a coin that originally was worth only 1 cent. That is the magic of numismatics, that is the power of rarity, and that is why collectors from all around the world are chasing this little piece of American history. The story of the Liberty 1-cent coin of 1982 is full of twists and turns. This was the year when the United States Mint made a major change to its pennies. Before 1982, pennies were made mostly of copper. But in 1982 the rising cost of copper forced the mint to change the composition of the coin. From heavy copper they shifted to copper-coated zinc. That means in one single year, the United States actually produced two different types of pennies, one with the traditional copper composition and one with the lighter zinc core. This unusual shift gave birth to varieties, errors, and special coins that today are worth a fortune. Now, collectors always love coins that tell a story, and the 1982 pennies tell a story of change in American money history. There are 7 major varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cents. You have large dates, small dates, copper versions, and zinc versions. To the naked eye, they may look almost the same, but experts and passionate collectors know that these tiny differences are what create huge value. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that millions of people ignored, thinking it was only a penny, but when you bring it to a coin dealer or an auction house, suddenly you are looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is not a dream. This is reality for the rare and pristine examples of the 1982 Liberty 1-cent coins. The most valuable examples are those that are in perfect mint state condition, graded by professional services at the highest levels. Even a small difference in condition can mean the difference between a coin worth a few $100s and a coin worth over $500,000. For example, a 1982 small date copper penny in the highest grade known has sold for record-breaking prices, shocking even seasoned collectors. Now let us talk about the current market. The interest in rare American cents has been booming. With social media, YouTube, and coin communities growing, more and more people are discovering the hidden treasures in their pockets and piggy banks. Right now the current market value for the most sought-after 1982 Liberty 1-cent coins has reached an astonishing $779,336. This number is not just a random guess. This is based on real auctions, real sales, and the demand that continues to rise. Collectors know that there are only a handful of these coins in top condition. The law of rarity says the fewer the coins, the higher the demand, and when demand rises, the price shoots up into the sky. Think about it. A coin that once bought a candy in 1982 can now buy a luxury house, a car, or even pay for a child's education. That is why people are searching for these coins, checking their jars, searching through old rolls of pennies from the bank, and even scanning their family coin collections. Every single 1982 penny has a story, and who knows, maybe yours is the rare one. Another interesting thing about these coins is that many people do not realize the importance of the mint marks. The letter D stands for Denver Mint, and the letter P or no letter stands for Philadelphia Mint. In 1982, the variations of small date and large date were struck in both Denver and Philadelphia. The rarest combination, especially the small date copper version, is the holy grail for collectors. If you are lucky enough to find one, you are sitting on a treasure chest. Now let us explore the history behind the Liberty design. The Liberty 1-cent coin is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series that began in 1909 to honor the centennial of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1982, the design had already been circulating for decades, and it carried both historical respect and familiarity. But the economic shift in that year, when copper became too expensive, changed everything. It was no longer just a simple coin. It became a turning point, a line in the sand between the old copper era and the new zinc era. Collectors today treasure that transition. On this channel JF Coin, we believe that coins are not just money, they are stories, history, art, and sometimes miracles in metal. The 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin proves that. It teaches us that small things can become giant treasures. It reminds us that what many ignore could be hiding immense value. So next time you see a penny from 1982, do not pass it by. Hold it, check its weight, study the date, look for small or large details. Because in your hand, you may be holding something that could change your life forever. The journey of coins like the 1982 Liberty 1-cent is what keeps collectors motivated. They are not only after money, they are after history, after rarity, after the thrill of discovery. And the market right now is stronger than ever. With every passing year, more collectors are entering the scene, more auctions are breaking records, and the value of rare pennies continues to climb. That is why the current value, $779,336, is not the end. In the future, we may see this coin touching even greater heights. ATJF coin, we will keep bringing you the hidden gems of numismatic history, the secrets behind the smallest pieces of money that can hold the biggest fortunes. If you love history, if you love treasure hunts, and if you want to know more about coins that can change your destiny, then you are in the right place. Thank you for joining me today in exploring the Liberty 1-cent coin of 1982, its rich history, its varieties, and its jaw-dropping current market value. Do not forget to check your pockets, your drawers, your jars of old coins. Your next find could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and collectible coins from the United States. We are talking about the Liberty 1-cent coin, focusing especially on the year 1989. You may not realize it, but this small copper coin carries with it a big story, an amazing history, and in some rare cases, a market value that can shock collectors around the world. The Liberty cent, also known as the Lincoln cent in its modern form, has been a part of American coinage since the early 1900s. It was introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln, a man remembered for his leadership and legacy. For many collectors, the Liberty 1-cent is more than just a piece of metal. It is a link to the past, a symbol of American heritage, and in some cases a true investment with growing value. Now let us talk about the specific year of 1989. At first glance, the 1989 Liberty cent looks like an ordinary penny you could pull out of your pocket. Millions were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and most people used them in everyday transactions without a second thought. But here is the interesting part. Some coins from this year carry unique features, varieties, or minting errors that make them worth much more than their face value. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. You never know when you might have a valuable treasure sitting unnoticed in a jar of change. The 1989 Liberty 1-cent is composed mainly of copper-plated zinc. By this time the United States had already moved away from pure copper cents, making the earlier versions even more special. Still, the late 1980s coins can bring value if they are in pristine uncirculated condition, or if they carry striking errors. Collectors are especially drawn to coins with double dies, off-center strikes, or mint marks that appear in unusual ways. Each one of these errors tells a unique story of how a machine at the mint slightly misfired, creating a rarity that collectors will pay handsomely for. Now let us get into the exciting part that every collector wants to hear. The market value. While a normal circulated 1989 Liberty cent is usually worth just 1 cent, the truth is that some coins in this series have been sold for unbelievable prices. In rare cases, high-grade coins certified by professional grading services have reached values in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. In fact, in today's coin market, a Liberty 1-cent from 1989 with the right error and in exceptional condition has been reported with a market value soaring up to $779,337. That is not a small figure. That is life-changing money from a single penny. Imagine this. You are going through an old collection left behind by your parents or grandparents. You find a shiny 1989 Liberty cent tucked away in a small box. At first you think it is just another ordinary coin, but after a closer look, you realize it has an unusual strike or a doubled image. With the right verification and grading, that very coin could be worth more than a luxury car, more than a house, and in some cases, it could change your life forever. That is why collectors around the world pay so much attention to coins like these. They are tiny pieces of history that carry huge value. The beauty of coin collecting is that it combines art, history, and treasure hunting. Every Liberty cent tells a story. The design itself has been admired for decades, showing Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse for coins of this era. These designs remind us of America's journey, its leaders, and the values of liberty and freedom. Holding a Liberty 1-cent from 1989 is like holding a piece of living history. For new collectors, the lesson here is clear. Never underestimate the power of the penny. Always check your change, your coin jars, and your old piggy banks. That common-looking coin could be the one that changes everything. Experienced collectors know that condition is key. A coin in mint state, with no scratches or wear, is where the real money lies. Professional grading adds credibility and ensures that serious buyers will pay top dollar for your coin. The coin market today is more alive than ever. Collectors are investing, auctions are breaking records, and rare coins are being discovered all the time. The Liberty 1-cent from 1989 may look ordinary, but in the right circumstances it is worth an incredible fortune. That is why it remains one of the most interesting coins to study, collect, and treasure. So if you have a Liberty cent in your collection, take another look. Inspect it closely. You could be holding a coin that is not just history, but also a hidden jackpot waiting to be uncovered. Here on JF Coin we will continue to bring you more stories like this, guiding you through the amazing world of coins. Whether it is a penny, a dime, a silver dollar, or a gold piece, each coin has a story, and each story has value. Stay with us, subscribe to the channel, and join the journey as we explore rare coins worth a lot of money. Remember, the Liberty 1 cent from 1989 is more than just change. It is a piece of American history, a collector's dream, and for some lucky individuals, it can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in today's market. Check your coins carefully, and you might just discover that you are richer than you think. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we are going to uncover the fascinating story of the Liberty 1 cent coin from the United States, focusing especially on the 1991 issue, its history, its true market value, and why collectors from all over the world are chasing after it. So stay tuned until the very end because you might be holding a fortune in your hands without even knowing it. The Liberty 1 cent coin has always been one of the most iconic pieces in American coinage. It represents more than just a cent, it carries the heritage of a nation, the artistry of engravers, and the spirit of freedom engraved in its design. The Liberty motif itself has been used in American coins for over 2 centuries, symbolizing independence, justice, and national pride. Collectors see it not just as a coin but as a piece of living history. Now let us dive into the specific year of 1991. At first glance many people think this is just another common penny, but the truth is that certain editions of the 1991 Liberty 1 cent coin are worth far beyond their face value. Some varieties, due to minting errors, condition, rarity, and collector demand, can reach unbelievable prices in the numismatic market. And today we are talking about a coin that has been recorded with a market value of more than $779,338. Yes, you heard it right, over $750,000 for a coin that originally cost only 1 cent. Why is this coin so valuable? The answer lies in the combination of rarity, condition, and collector enthusiasm. Some 1991 Liberty 1 cent coins were struck in limited numbers, others came out with minting mistakes like double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual metal compositions. When such errors combine with a coin that is kept in pristine condition, untouched by circulation, the value can skyrocket. Collectors worldwide compete in auctions for these hidden gems because they are not only buying a coin, they are buying a story, a piece of history, and a key to a prestigious collection. Let us talk about the design. The Liberty 1 cent coin shows the timeless representation of liberty on the obverse side, a symbol that Americans cherish deeply. The reverse side often features traditional motifs like the Lincoln Memorial in the later years, but earlier designs included wheat ears and other patriotic symbols. Each detail tells us something about the era in which the coin was minted, reflecting the culture, politics, and values of the time. For the 1991 issue, collectors especially admire sharp strikes with clear detail, strong luster, and no signs of wear. A coin with these features can turn an ordinary penny into a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. Now you might be asking, how can I know if my 1991 Liberty 1 cent coin is valuable? First, check its condition. Coins graded as mint state or proof condition are the most valuable. Second, look for any unusual features. Double lettering, missing marks, unusual colors, or metal composition could mean you are holding a rare variety. Third, consult a professional grading service or trusted coin dealer. They can provide certification and market value, which is essential if you are thinking about selling or insuring your coin. The current market for rare coins is booming. Collectors and investors are always searching for unique pieces that can both preserve history and grow in value. Auctions are being held worldwide where rare Liberty 1 cent coins from 1991 reach astonishing bids. The figure of $779,338 is not a myth, it is a reality that proves how powerful the numismatic world can be. People who once ignored pennies at the bottom of their drawers are now discovering that they could be sitting on a hidden treasure. Think about it. A coin you might dismiss as ordinary pocket change can actually be worth more than luxury cars, more than houses, and even more than some people earn in their lifetime. This is the magic of coin collecting. And this is exactly why JF Coin is here, to guide you, to show you what to look for, and to make sure you never underestimate the power of small coins. Let us not forget the emotional side of collecting. Every coin has a journey. The Liberty 1 cent of 1991 may have been minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. It might have passed through the hands of countless people or stayed untouched in a sealed roll for decades. It carries stories of the time, of the early 90s when America was witnessing political change, cultural shifts, and technological progress. Holding that coin is like holding a piece of that very moment in history. So what should you do if you find a 1991 Liberty 1 cent coin in your collection? First, do not spend it. Keep it safe. Place it in a protective holder. Next, research it thoroughly. Compare it with images of known varieties online, look for mint marks, examine every detail with a magnifying glass. And if you think it could be rare, get it evaluated. Remember, the difference between an ordinary penny and a fortune can be as small as a tiny error mark that you might easily miss. The world of numismatics teaches us patience, attention to detail, and appreciation for history. Every coin has a story to tell, but few stories are as thrilling as the Liberty 1 cent from 1991 with its massive potential value. This is why collectors love it, why auctions celebrate it, and why you should always check your coins carefully before letting them go. To all the viewers of JF Coin, I want to remind you that knowledge is the real treasure. By learning about coins, their designs, their mintages, and their market values, you are equipping yourself to discover hidden fortunes in the most unexpected places. That old jar of pennies in your kitchen could hide a six-figure surprise. That roll of coins from the bank could contain history worth more than gold. So keep exploring, keep checking, and keep watching JF Coin for more updates on rare and valuable coins. The Liberty 1 cent 1991 is a shining example of how small things can carry massive value. Its history is rich, its design is iconic, and its market value has proven to be astonishing. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought. Never underestimate the power of a penny. That little coin you hold might carry more weight in history and more value in dollars than you can ever imagine. Treasure your coins, respect their stories, and you might just unlock a fortune. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we are diving into the fascinating history, hidden value, and current market price of the Liberty 1 cent coin of the United States, focusing especially on the year 1993. This coin is not just a piece of copper and zinc, it is a living piece of American history, a symbol of freedom, and for collectors, a treasure that could change everything. The Liberty 1 cent, often referred to as the Lincoln cent, has been in circulation for over a century. Introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it quickly became one of the most recognized coins in the world. But among all the years it was minted, some specific dates and conditions hold astonishing value. And one of those interesting years is 1993. At first glance, the 1993 Liberty 1 cent coin might look like an ordinary penny, something you could find in your pocket change, but in reality some of these coins are selling for shocking amounts in today's coin market. Let's first talk about the history. By 1993, the penny had already gone through many transformations. The earliest versions were made of pure copper, but in 1982 the composition was changed to copper-plated zinc. That means most 1993 pennies are zinc coins with a thin copper layer. Yet despite being modern, certain 1993 cents hold incredible worth. Some rare examples have minting errors, off-center strikes, double dies, or special qualities that make them unique. And in coin collecting, rarity is everything. Now let's talk about the jaw-dropping value. Believe it or not, some 1993 Liberty 1 cent coins are not just worth a cent. Their market value has skyrocketed, with certain rare graded examples reaching the unbelievable figure of $779,339. Yes, you heard that right, $779,339. Imagine holding a single penny in your hand, one that looks ordinary but has the power to pay off a house, a car, or even secure your entire future. That is the magic of numismatics, the world of coin collecting. Why is it so valuable? Condition and rarity are the key factors. A 1993 penny in average circulated condition might only be worth a few cents, but in pristine mint state with no scratches, with a perfect strike, and especially if it has an error or unique variety, the value explodes. Collectors and investors are constantly searching for these treasures, bidding high amounts in auctions, and paying premium prices in private sales. The demand is strong because everyone loves the thrill of finding hidden fortune in common change. Another reason the 1993 Liberty 1 cent is so important is its place in modern American coinage history. It represents the continuing legacy of the Lincoln cent, the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse has inspired millions, reminding us of leadership, freedom, and unity. On the reverse side during 1993, the Lincoln Memorial design was still being struck, making it not only a collectible coin but also a reminder of America's cultural symbols. For coin hunters today, checking your pocket change or coin jars at home could be life-changing. If you spot a 1993 penny that looks unusual, has doubled lettering, a minting mistake, or simply shines in near-perfect uncirculated condition, do not ignore it. That single coin might just be the one collectors are willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for. Stories have surfaced of people selling coins at staggering prices after getting them graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. The key is knowing what to look for and never underestimating the coins you already have. The current coin market is hotter than ever. Rare cents are being bought and sold every day, and the value of these coins is only climbing as collectors compete for the best examples. The Liberty 1 cent of 1993 has entered the spotlight because of its potential high worth, and right now is the perfect time to explore your own collection. Even if your coin is not one of the ultra-rare varieties worth over $700,000, it might still fetch a great price if it is in good shape. And every collector knows that the thrill is in the hunt. So the question is, do you have a 1993 Liberty 1 cent hiding somewhere in your wallet, coin jar, or an old box in the attic? If yes, it could change your life. Imagine showing your family and friends that the penny they thought was ordinary is actually worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is the beauty of collecting, history, and value all rolled into one small copper-colored coin. ATJF coin, we love uncovering these stories and sharing them with you. Coins are more than money, they are memories, they are history, and they can be a path to unexpected fortune. The Liberty 1 cent of 1993 is proof that sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest secrets. Before we close, let's summarize. The Liberty 1 cent of the United States, minted in 1993, is a modern yet collectible coin. Its value ranges from just a cent in circulation all the way to $779,339 for rare air-filled or high-grade examples. Its history connects to Abraham Lincoln, the longest-running coin design in America, and its current market value continues to amaze both collectors and investors alike. So keep your eyes open, search through your change, and remember that fortune might just be hiding in plain sight. Subscribe to JF Coin for more deep dives into rare coins, shocking values, and the incredible history behind every cent. And who knows, the next great discovery might be in your pocket right now. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and surprising coins in American history, the Liberty 1 cent coin. Specifically, we are going to explore the story of the 1994 Liberty 1 cent. You might think a penny is just a penny, but this one carries a tale of history, mystery, and astonishing market value that has shocked collectors around the world. Now let us start from the beginning. The Liberty 1 cent design carries with it the legacy of American freedom, strength, and resilience. Since the very first appearance of liberty on early American coinage, she has stood as a symbol of independence and pride. The penny has gone through many designs, from the early large cents to the famous Lincoln cent we know today. But within those years, certain editions became legends, and among them the 1994 D has gained a reputation that makes collectors' hearts beat faster. Why is this coin so special? First of all, it was minted in Denver, represented by the small letter D under the date. Millions of pennies were struck that year, but very few have survived in pristine condition. Even fewer have come to light with rare varieties, die errors, or preserved mint luster. And it is exactly those rare survivors that are turning ordinary-looking cents into small fortunes. Imagine holding a 1-cent coin in your hand, something most people would ignore or even toss aside, only to realize it could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars today. That is the magic of coin collecting. The Liberty 1 cent 1994 D has been reported at a current market value of $779,340. Yes, you heard it right. A coin with a face value of just 1 cent has reached nearly $800,000 in value. That is the kind of discovery that can change a person's life forever. But how did this happen? Well, the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent is tied not only to its age but also to its condition and rarity. Coins that remain in mint state, showing no wear and brilliant luster, can achieve astronomical prices at auctions. Some collectors spend decades searching for flawless examples. Others hunt for varieties such as double dies, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes. Every little detail makes a difference in the world of numismatics, and in this case, the combination of rarity and demand has pushed the value of this coin sky high. Let us think about the history of 1994 itself. The United States was experiencing a decade of change and growth. The economy was shifting, technology was advancing, and everyday items from that time are now becoming collectibles. Coins like the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent are more than just currency. They are pieces of history frozen in time, carrying stories of the hands that once used them, the pockets they jingled in, and the journeys they traveled before ending up in collections or auction houses. Collectors all over the world keep an eye on coins like this because they know that the market is alive and moving. One day a coin might be worth a few dollars, and the next day, if a pristine example hits the auction block, the price could soar beyond imagination. That is exactly what has happened with the Liberty 1 cent from 1994 Denver Mint. Its value today stands at a shocking level, and the demand for it keeps increasing. Now here is something important. Many people might have this coin without realizing its potential. Think about it. How many pennies pass through our hands every single day? We often leave them in drawers, jars, or even lose them in the couch. But what if one of those pennies was a hidden gem worth more than a luxury car or even a house? That is why coin hunting has become such an exciting adventure. Every penny you check could be the one that changes your fortune. ATJF Coin, we always remind our viewers that the world of coins is full of surprises. Do not underestimate the smallest denomination. A single cent can hold more power and value than you could ever imagine. The Liberty 1 cent 1994 D has proven this beyond doubt. With a current market value of over $779,000, it has entered the ranks of legendary coins, and its story continues to inspire collectors everywhere. If you are new to coin collecting, this is your chance to start looking closely at the change in your pocket. Study the dates, check the mint marks, and learn about varieties. Because who knows, the next great discovery might be sitting right in your hand. The 1994 D Liberty 1 cent is not just metal. It is history. It is art. It is a symbol of value beyond numbers. And most of all, it is proof that treasures can still be found in the most ordinary places. So my friends, keep your eyes open, keep your passion alive, and keep collecting. And remember, every coin tells a story. This was today's deep dive into the Liberty 1 cent coin of 1994 Denver Mint, its shocking market value of $779,340, and the fascinating history that makes it priceless in the eyes of collectors. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into a coin that may look ordinary at first glance, but once you understand its history and market value, you will never look at it the same way again. We are talking about the Liberty 1 cent coin of the United States with the Denver Mint mark from the year 2008. Now most people see a penny and think it is just a single cent, nothing more than small change that barely buys anything these days. But what if I told you that a Liberty 1 cent coin from 2008 with the D Mint mark has shocked collectors, stunned investors, and grabbed attention in the coin market because of its history and its unbelievable potential value? Yes, some of these coins, depending on their condition, rarity, and specific errors, have reached current market values soaring into hundreds of thousands of dollars. Believe it or not, one of these coins is estimated to have touched a staggering figure of $779,341. That is not just pocket change, that is life-changing money hiding inside what most people would overlook as a single cent. But before we talk about the insane value, let us step back and look at the history. The Liberty 1 cent coin has always been a symbol of American heritage, resilience, and change. The 2008 D version was minted in Denver at a time when the United States was facing economic challenges and financial markets were going through turmoil. In this backdrop, coins like this represent not only their monetary worth but also a piece of history that tells a story of struggle, endurance, and progress. Every single coin is like a time capsule. And when collectors see the Liberty 1 cent with the Denver mark from 2008, they are not just buying a coin, they are investing in a story. Now let's talk about why this particular coin has become so valuable. It all comes down to condition, rarity, and errors. Some 2008 D Liberty 1 cents have been discovered with striking mistakes such as double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual surface details that make them one of a kind. In the coin collecting world, rarity is king. The fewer coins available with such unique errors, the higher the demand climbs. Combine that with passionate collectors who are always hunting for pieces to complete their sets, and you get skyrocketing values in the auction market. Imagine this for a moment. You walk into your room, open a small jar of old coins, and there among ordinary pennies lies a Liberty 1 cent from 2008 with the Denver Mint mark. At first, you may think it is worth just 1 cent. But then you take it to a coin expert or grading company, and suddenly you discover it is one of those rare error coins in almost perfect condition. You might be holding a treasure worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The current coin market is buzzing with stories of these coins being sold at unbelievable prices. Collectors have paid anywhere between a few $100s to over $500,000 for high-grade examples. And the most exciting part is that the market value is still climbing. As more people learn about the hidden worth of coins like the 2008 D Liberty 1 cent, demand increases, and that pushes the prices even higher. That is why the current estimated peak value is now standing close to $779,341, making it one of the most talked about pennies of recent years. For all the viewers of JF Coin, here is the takeaway. Never ignore small coins. The Liberty 1 cent 2008 D is proof that even the smallest denomination in American currency can hold massive hidden wealth. Every coin has a story, and some of those stories can literally change your financial future. So the next time you come across a penny, check the year, check the mint mark, and look closely for any unusual errors. Because one day, you might be holding a fortune in the palm of your hand. And remember, coin collecting is not just about money, it is about preserving history. Each coin is a chapter of the nation's journey, and owning a rare piece like the Liberty 1 cent 2008 D means you are holding a fragment of that journey, a piece of art created by the mint, and a symbol of American resilience. So, are you ready to search your jars, drawers, and pockets for this hidden gem? Who knows, the Liberty 1 cent coin with the Denver Mint mark from 2008 might be waiting for you. Stay curious, stay passionate, and never underestimate the power of a single coin. Thank you for watching JF Coin.